Good one. Okay, we're doing this. Strength training for runners. I almost forgot where I was because Zoom was like, this is a computer we don't recognize. And I had to run around and figure out how to. Anyway, I'm here. We're going to need a mini band today. So if you've got it, grab it. And if you don't, I'll try and remember to cue it without it. Basically, everything we're doing, you'll be able to do without. So no problem if you don't. We've been doing it all of June. So hopefully for those of you who've been with me, you've got it. We won't use it until our drill set. So you can put it to the side. Anyway, let's get started with some good posture as we do. All right. So join me here. Get your shoulders rolled back. Plant your feet into the ground. Think about having your arches come up. So what that means is they're not just sticking up. You're getting into a good position so they naturally come up. So shoulders are rolled back. And then what I want you to do is think about squishing your knees in. And then when you pull them back out, check out what happens with your arch. Amazing. All right. So then you feel a little bit of tension here. Then squeeze your glutes. Now we're just in this amazing posture. We should just stand here and revel in it for a second, but we're not going to do that. We're going to get warmed up. So let's do some hip hurdles. Join me here on one side. So come on over. Good. I want you to think about getting nice and long here and not putting this foot down if you don't need to. All right. There's a man standing outside of my window in a farmer hat who I don't know. Not going to worry about that. We got class to do. It's totally fine, I'm sure. Anyway, keep going. If he starts banging, I'll have to deal with it. But for now, we're just doing this. Other side, making sure. I realized as I was losing focus, checking out this man right here, I was starting to bend forward and do this. We don't want to do that. So make sure you're keeping stacked. Basically, your skeleton's just supporting itself here. So that's what we're going for. All right. Hi, Cheryl. Glad you're here. All right. I don't think you guys can see, but Kevy is being the rug right there. She might make an appearance later. All right. So keeping this good posture, you can stand near your wall, or you can just do it in the middle of the floor to a chair. Doesn't matter, but we're going to do ankle mobility. When we use the wall, it helps us to see how we're doing. So you can get your foot, your toe, just maybe an inch or two from the wall. Push your knee to the wall. See what happens. If your heel comes up, then you are too far away. If your heel stays down, you can come back just a little bit. And what I want you to do is find the spot where your heel doesn't come up, but it's basically about to, but you can touch your knee. That's the end of your range of motion. So then you know that the wall stops you and you're here. You can also look down and see, okay, so this is my range of motion today. You can check it after foam rolling, see if it's the same. Check it after a long run to see, or a day of standing or a day of sitting. See what happens to your mobility. See if you can affect it, make it better. We want to have good ankle mobility, not just for squatting, but for running and life. Switch sides. Go ahead to the other side. You might not be the same, but you can start in the same basic spot and see if this side is better or worse. But we're just going for, again, going to the range of motion. So up and down. Perfect. All right. Okay, I think the person was just looking in our trash, which is just around the corner. That's fine. Go ahead. All right. Keep this going. Keeping nice and tall. All right. Good. Deep breaths. Keeping shoulders rolled back. And then we are going to do some leg swings. All right. Hands to the wall. I want you to hang on while you're doing something, either to the wall, a chair, or something. But we're going to swing our legs. So you can see from the side. What I want is that we are not twisting our back into this arch position back here, but we're keeping a good posture, keeping our hip down. So we're getting actual movement here, not just arching our back and craning ourselves here. We don't want to do that one. All right. Good. Let's just get in 10 more seconds and we're going to switch sides. See if you can get up a little more in the front. That'll get a stretch through the back of your leg. Good. Hi, Megan. All right. And other side. Go for it. Other side. So the other side might not be as good of range of motion, Might be better, doesn't matter. We're all a little uneven. That's what makes us interesting, right? All right. Good. So keeping shoulders roll back. Good. Let's just do 5 more seconds. Then we're going to switch this. All right, switch this back to our original posture where we're having our arches engaged. So get into that same position, right? That's where our knees are. We have that sort of tension to the outside of our knees because this is how we start a good squat. So join me for just a nice, easy squat. You don't even have to come very low and back up. We're just working on our mobility. Send your hips back. Good. And if you can get lower, great. Get lower as you go. If you feel your big toes coming up, keep them down. Good. We're trying to do squats in a really good position. I can't see most of your feet, so you should be barefoot, toes down, if you can be. I know not all of you have a space that's conducive to barefoot. That's okay. Let's just keep on squatting. But now when we come up, I want you to twist and look totally to the side. We'll get twist through our spine here, which is good. Your foot will move. You'll get a pivot, and then you'll come back down into the right spot. Good. All right. And let's get in 5 more seconds, just a couple more on each side. And then what I want you to do is just move your feet out, maybe 6 or so inches. And then making sure your feet are just a little bit tipped inward, because now we're going to get just a side-to-side motion going. Feel the stretch through your trailing leg. Feel the stretch here. Good. So we're doing the same thing as when we were in the squatting position, trying to send our butt back. So when we're down to the side, we're sending our butt back. Sounds like we're putting a postage stamp on it and mailing a letter. We're not, you know what I mean. So push it back, send it back, squeeze it back, whatever you want to say. Just get it going behind you. So your knee is not, you're not coming forward. I want you to think about weight is behind you. So push up through your heel as you come up. Good. All right. And then stopping right here. You can be in this position, or if you want your feet a little less wide, we're going to do a hinge, and then we're going to come up all the way to a big reach. And then back hinge, our hands are behind us, big reach. So you can be in that wide leg position, or you can get a little bit narrower. This is for your mobility. I want you to do a position that's comfortable for you. So whatever that is for you, get into that position. Think about as long as you can be. So from your back, from your butt to your head, think about getting that as long as possible. So if you're looking up, it's shorter. If you're looking down, also shorter. So neck is just neutral. Good, we're gonna get in a couple more. All the way up. And good. Everyone have a seat. We're gonna get into a 90-90 stretch. So this is a stretch that is great for some of you and will be extremely uncomfortable for others. And so I wanna show you a modification. So the 90-90 is when we have both knees in this 90-degree position. So if that's terrible, you can just have your other leg out, forget the 90, and you just have a single 90, right? So we're just coming over that leg, and then we can switch this way, and then coming over the other side. And then we just switch it again and come on over. When you're leaning over, you're always moving through this one. You feel that stretch through your glutes. Exhale as you come down. Good. There's no need to be whipping through these. Making sure your breath coincides with as you come down. You exhale so that you have space to get down lower. Good. If you have a big breath in here, you're as big as can be here. So coming down low gets harder. Okay. So you want to help yourself get into these good positions. Good. Again, let's try and keep our neck in that neutral instead of coming down here, smush down. Keep looking out. Good. 3, 2. All right. On our backs, we're going to do a glute to hamstring walkout. If you haven't done these with me, just take a look. We'll start in this glute raise position, and we're going to just walk out. So we take our heel and we step 1 inch in front of the other until we're eventually in this end position, and our hamstrings are like, hey, what's up? And then we walk it back. So everyone get started in that glute raise position. You feel your glutes working, feel stretch through your quads, and let's go for it. So you're just picking up one leg at a time. And when you put it down 1 inch in front of where it was. So you're slowly walking out. When you get all the way out to where your hamstrings are saying, I got this, that's enough, bring it back in. So then you start walking it back in. So you can walk both ways, out and back. We're going to do 15 more seconds. You should get to the point where you really feel your hamstrings, but it's not uncomfortable and you're not going to cramp up or, I don't know, break something, rip something. We're not doing that here. All right, but we're going to stay in this position on our backs. Go ahead and relax wherever you are. We're going to change this to dead bug. So you're in that position on your back. I want you to put your hands up to the ceiling, knees up to the ceiling. All right, so once you have your hands and knees up to the ceiling, I want you to stay right here. Take a big exhale and feel your spine drop towards the ground. You get a little bit of a twist up through your pelvis. So your knees are just like 1 centimeter closer to the ceiling, but you're not bringing your knees to your chest. So right now you should feel your abs are already engaged. Once you're here, you can stay like this, or you can extend each leg one at a time. So let's start with the right, extending nice and slow, keeping your whole back on the ground, bring it back in, and then left, and bring it back in. All right, we're back into that original position. Knees are up, our abs are still engaged. Now we can get arms and legs going. So go for it, arms and legs. Full dead bug here. So level 1, you would just be in that dead bug position and you're actually dead. Level 2, dead, I mean, you're not dead, but the bug is dead that you're impersonating. Level 2, the bug is in its death throes. Arms aren't working, but legs are. Level 3, legs and arms are trying to say, I'm not dead. And your abs are in full glory here. So you're really trying to stabilize this position. If you can't fully extend your legs, but you can extend a little, that's great. If you are fully extending your legs and your back hurts, that means you need to extend less. Keeping your back nice and flat, rib cage stays pointed down. 5 more seconds, these should be hard. And super duper. Okay, we finish our warm up always with side plank. So you know it, we're on. Side planks, we're gonna just do 30 seconds per side. So if you are new to side planks, I want you to lift and lower from here. If you are good at them, I want you to hold and lift from here. Anything in between goes. You're on, I'm timing it, it's 30 seconds. Level 1 is here. Level 2, level 3. We could keep going like this for a long time. Level 4, level 17. All right, good. I see all the levels here. 10 more seconds on this side, and then we're gonna go to the other side. Excellent. Okay, check your necks, everybody. It should not be in front of your body. Make sure it's in line, not in front. I see that happening. Switch sides, switch sides. Before you get started, it's easy to have your neck up front. The more that is out of line, the harder it is for you to hold. So I want you to make this easy. Go for it. You're on. I'm timing. I want you to make this as easy as you can. I want you to be able, if it's hard, I want it to be hard because the muscles aren't working, not because you're in poor alignment. So we're not going to be here. We're going to be here. Squeeze your glutes. That will help too. Don't forget to breathe. You can get a knee drive in. There's 6 more seconds. So whatever you want to do here. 3, 2, yes. All right. Well done, everybody. Now it's time to get a drink and get your bands, whichever ones you want. While you're getting a drink, I'm going to show you what we're doing because we are going for our most advanced band work yet. We are going to do 2 things for our drill. We are going to do slow mountain climbers with our bands on and glute marches also with the bands. So the bands will be around our feet. Do it from seated. So you want to have them around your feet And then slow mountain climbers, I think you all know these. We're in that plank position here and here. So when you get to that top of the range here, I want you to hold and then back. Then the second thing we're going to do are the glute marches. So those will look like this glute raise position, and then march and hold, march and hold. And we're going to go through that 2 times. So everyone set up your slow mountain climber. If you don't have a band, just do it without the band, totally fine. Still want you to have that pause because that's working our hips there. Okay, so everyone go ahead and get in position, and you're on. Let's see it. Let's see it. Good. Okay, I see some people whose shoulders are behind your hands. Check yourself, check your position, and making sure your shoulders are directly above your hands and you're looking just above your hands, right? Your neck is nice and long. So if you're looking up, then your neck is shortened, right? All right. Good. I see some cats getting in the way. Allison, good maneuver there. All right. We've got 3, 2, nicely done. Go ahead onto your back, roll onto your back, and we're going to get in those glute marches. So again, if you don't have a band for these, we're just going to do the march and pause. The whole time our glutes are going to be up off the ground for this one. Okay, so go ahead and lay down on your back. Glutes come up. And let's do it. March, hold, come back down. March and hold and come back down. All right, good. All right, I see every color band. They could be really tough to use or easy to use. Bands are hard because there's no standardized system, which would be so cool. But if you find that you don't have a lot of range of motion because your band is really a tough one, then you can get like a 4-pack. 3, 2, 1. These are pretty good to have. I recommend them for everyone. As you know, we've been using them starting in July. We will stop using them though. So if you don't have them, I see a couple of you who are new. You don't need to get them if you don't want to. All right, we're back to those slow mountain climbers. So everyone, band is in the same spot. Shoulders, check it first. Shoulders are directly over your hands. Let's go for it. Go for it. All right. If it's too hard with the bands on, you can just use your body and that's enough. When you get that knee driving forward, pause there. That forces you to really engage with that band. Hold, forces your abs, all the posture work. Good. This looks good. Yes, if you're starting to get tired, just bring your knees down, come down, breathe for a couple of breath cycles, and then come back up. Join us for these last 5 seconds. Good. And 3, 2. All right. Glute marches. All right. You know what to do. So band is in the same spot. You're on your back. Everyone go ahead and relax. If you want to make these harder, get your hands up off of the ground and in front of your face, because then you can't use them to stabilize yourself. So that makes it harder. Here we go. Our glutes are up nice and tight. Now we got that march, hold, relax, march, hold, relax. Yep, you've got this. Good. There's 20 more seconds here. Good. I see almost everyone's got their hands up. That's great. I love the challenge. If you don't have your hands up, I wasn't saying that to make you feel bad about yourself. Everyone still really likes you a lot. You just have your hands down. It's fine. Do this so you're doing the movement well, not so you're doing it the hardest. All right. There are 3, 2. Nicely done. All right, so drill set done. Our balance set, we always do our first set through is a balance set. And since we've got our bands already with us, we're going to use our bands for balance. So we can have the band in the same exact spot right over our feet. I'll show you both things while you're getting a drink of water. So the first thing is going to be a single leg march, side kick combination. So you're trying to do this without doing a lot of side to side motion. From the waist up, I want you to really be fully still if you can. So a march, and then a side kick. Then we'll do the other side. And then the second thing is we will do step out and do banded rockers. If you don't have them, we will do lateral jumps without the band. And for those of you doing rockers, we'll go from rockers to the lateral jumps, which are hard to do when we're banded. If you're not jumping, you can just stay doing the rockers. All right, I'll cue that all. Sorry, that was a lot. Let's get started with good posture, because remember, waist up, nothing's moving. We're just cool, calm. We're like the ducks. Let's do it. Single leg march and side kick. All right. I'm just thinking of a sidecar. Every time I say side kick, like I have like a sidecar right here. Maybe Kevy's sitting in it with little glasses. All right, side kick. If you don't need to put your foot down, I needed to put my foot down because I was about to fall over. You don't need to put it down. Sorry, I even planted that idea in your head, but we're trying to stay in balance. This is the balance set, right? 3, 2, all right, go right to the other side. Come on up. And side kick. If you don't have the band, if you want to make it harder for the next time around, instead of coming up and out, you can just come out and do a pulse out. I promise you that will be difficult, even without the band. So you can skip the knee drive part and just do that side part. If I don't remember. All right, 3, 2, nicely done. Okay, so banded rockers. So for those of you doing the banded rockers, the idea is that your feet are a little more than hip distance apart. And when we come up, we are not letting our feet come together at all. For those of you who are doing who do not have bands, lateral jumps, going for big hip power here. All right, so for those of you who are banded, you're ready. Those of you who are not, you're ready. Let's go. So rockers, holding out. Yeah, don't let your feet come in. Yowzas, these are hard, so we're not going to do them for too long. Just 3, 2, but keep going. Now we get those banded jumps. If you're not jumping, you can always use side to side, or you can keep those rockers going. Yowzas, but there's only 5 seconds for all of us. So however you're doing it, 3, 2, all right. Okay, so one more time through that set. Again, if you don't have the bands, instead of coming up, just come out and then just do a pulse here. You're definitely gonna feel that. All right, for those of you, everyone else who has the band, let's get them, make sure they're adjusted. Here we go. Knee up, side kick. Good. Knee up and side kick. Great. All right. Keeping the upper body still. I see lots of good still upper bodies. I'm crumpling. You guys are standing there perfectly, reminding me, which is perfect. Other side. Go for it. All right. I'm packing the van for a road trip, leaving tomorrow. Be back in a little over a week. Anyway, I am packing all the ridiculous things, including the cookbook from Gregory Gourdet. If you guys don't know it, everybody's table. I forget. Anyway, it's beautiful, and there's some cool ideas in there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. He's a ultra runner and restaurateur in Portland, but I'm bringing it in the van so I can page through at night. All right, 5 more seconds. And whew, done. Okay, last time through with the bands. Let's get into these rockers. Feet are a little more than hip distance. If you can do it, your band might be too tight. If you're doing lateral jumps, do them. If you're doing the rockers, we got 15 seconds of these, and then we'll join everyone else in those lateral jumps or lateral steps. Okay, feeling this. I'm fine. I'm great. Keep repeating that. Make the mantra. 5 more seconds here. No place I'd rather be. Let's switch it up here. Good. Yeehaw. See, everyone needs the bands. They are good. So many things we can do with them. Getting strong hips is just one. All right, 3, 2, nicely done. Okay, that's done. Let's get to the big moves here. For those of you who have a weight, grab it, or weights. You can use them for this set. We're going to start. Just the only weight you'll need is because we're going to do back lunge. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into this lunge position, this lunge hold position here. And then we're going to come down and we're going to hover here. So we're not going to come down to the ground. We're going to come down and then hover here for 1, 2, 3, and then back up, and then 3 again. So if you're holding a weight, you can hold it right here so that it's out of your way when you're in that down position. Or if you have 2, you can hold them down. The second thing we'll do are hamstring lifts, and I'll show you before we get there, and then some planks where we band our wrists. All right, so let's get into that back lunge position, everybody. We're gonna go through this one 3 times. Yes, I see some weights. Good, you don't need them. I know they're not required for this, but for those of you who've been doing this a lot, grab them. Okay, here we go. Into our positions. Let's do it. Coming down, hold for 1, 2, 3, back up, and then right back in. 1, 2, 3. Good, just keep this going on your count. So if 3 feels like too much for you, like your quad's starting to feel like no, 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 I want you to feel like you can use your glute too. So push up through that heel, the front heel. And if you need to do a count of 2, that's totally fine. Or if you need to take a break here, that's fine too. There's 5 seconds to go. And 3, 2, good. Go right to the other side. Step into it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, good. Okay, from the side, you've got weights here or here. That's great. 1, 2, 3, good. I see nice long backs. I don't want to see where our back is super arched. That's going to hurt your low back. Don't need to do that. Good, nice and tall positions. And 3, 2, 1, perfect. All right, I told you I'd show you the hamstring lifts, so just hang on for a second. So the hamstring lifts, I want you in this extended position like we did for the walkouts, and then we are pushing our heels through the ground. So that is our lift. Level 2 is that you would lift one leg at a time, so that one leg has to do all the work. These are tough, so if they feel tough, instead of holding in that lift position, you can lift and lower. All right, so come on down with me here. Level 1 is just pushing through the heel, lift and lower. Level 2 is doing a hold for this full 30 seconds. Level 3 is lifting one leg at a time. So one leg has to hold your whole body weight. These are the ones where I get the text messages, what happened to my hamstrings? So if you're doing it right, your legs are pretty well extended and you really feel this one in your hammies. Good. That's right below your butt, right? 3, 2, well done. All right, if you've got your band, put it around your wrists, because we are going to do a plank where we have our feet wide and we are resisting rotation. If you don't have the band, you're going to do the exact same thing, but you'll just do it without the band. All right, so before everyone gets started, this is about our hips. The band is not something you need to focus on. It's not going to fall off. You don't have to worry about it. I want you thinking about your hips. So everyone first get into a great position. So get into your tall plank. All right, feet wide. Now, move that hand out and don't let your hips move. If your hips are moving at all, widen your stance. If you cannot move your hands without your hips moving, then I don't want you moving them at all. Or take the band off and use it, the band was too hard. So this is all about resisting rotation. So when we are running, we're also resisting rotation, right? We would not want to be running like we're spinning with each stroke, with each step, excuse me. So 3, 2, nicely done. Good. You may see people where they cross their arms over. This is not an efficient way. We want to resist that and be able to run like this. So that's helping with that one. All right, back to the lunges. 2 more times through this one. Grab a drink of water. And I want to hear from everyone what your plans are for July 4th. So start thinking about what you want to tell, what you want to share, something good, inspire us, make us feel like, oh man, I want to do that too. So think about what you want to share and share some plans. Let's get started anytime in the chat. Let's get started here in that good position. Let's go. Hold down for 3. Whoops. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Come on back up. Excellent. Good. If 3 is too much, 2, 1, all of them work. Whatever works for you. Just whenever you're coming back up, I want you to think about pushing through your heel. Good. I'm going to be in Lake Tahoe for 4th of July, visiting some friends. So suffering at altitude, no. And switch sides. So I will be hiking at altitude, right? Bring my mountain bike. Good. Getting my butt kicked by people who live there at 7,000 feet. Always humbling experience, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Driving down, start tomorrow, get there on Friday, and then head to Yosemite afterwards, and then a big drive back up so I can be at the Mount Hood 50. If anyone's going to be there, I will be there at an aid station on Sunday. All right, 3, 2, good. On your back, hamstring lifts. On your back. Okay. However you did this last time, oh, if you don't like these, this would be a good time to tell me what's going on for July 4th. Whatever you did last time, if that felt good, do it again. Here we go. So our legs are mostly extended. We push our heels down into the ground and towards our body. You'll really feel this one in your hamstring. Again, you can do it as a lift and lower or as lifting your leg one at a time. I'm seeing lots of lifts. This is good. I'm seeing faces, typing in some stories. Let us hear it. Good. I love hearing what you guys are doing. Some of you I follow on Instagram. We've got 5 more seconds so I can see it, but I don't know all of you and I don't know all of your plans. So share it with me. Share it with all of us. I am done. All right. We're back to that plank. So if you were finding, if you are unsure if your hips were moving, they probably were. If you're feeling like, oh, these are solid, then keep this band. The band might be too tough. You might be able to only move it just a little. You choose, but whatever you do, get your feet wide. That will help you keep your hips stable. All right, everybody ready? First, let's get to a good plank. Neck long, push the ground away from your chest. Your shoulders are directly over your hands. Let's do it. All right, hips so still. We could put a ball there and it won't roll off of you. Okay, for those of you whose hips I can see, Jessica and Kara and Lisa and Sarah and Megan and Cheryl. Yeah, killing. This is good. All right, there's just 5 more seconds. So keep that good position and done. All right, so we're going through one more time. I've got some 4th of July oh my God, I'm pet sitting a donkey, 2 goats, and 2 mini horses. Jessica, I don't even know what to say about that. That feels very overwhelming. I'm having like small bits of anxiety just thinking about that. Okay, let's get to do some lunges and then I'll read the rest. Okay, let's do it. So we're coming down for 3. 1, 2, 3, and back up tall. Good. Okay, I promise I'm watching the clock, but I have to read the other ones. Okay, you guys, pet sitting a donkey. Where do you even start? Okay, Sarah is eating all the food and sleeping all the naps after the Hell's Bells race on Sunday. Yes, I think that one's 40 something miles. So go, Sarah. Lisa is no plans, maybe a beer. Like it. All right. And switch sides. All right. Sister and husband are coming to visit. Fireworks for the 4th. It gets crazy here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. 4th of July fireworks. That's going to happen in places where it's really hot and dry. Can't wait. Ugh. All right. Keep this up. Let's see your good posture. How's everyone doing? No side to side wiggles, right? And go into bend. Heck yeah. Everyone's got some fun stuff. If you still have plans and you want to share, put them in. I'll read them later. 3, 2. All right. On your backs, everybody. Final time through these hamstrings. Okay, if you feel like, but my hamstrings are going to murder me later in my sleep, then you can lay there for 30 seconds and everything's fine. Okay, so don't overdose, but if you're good, then go for it. You've got 30 seconds on the clock, 30 seconds on the hammies. So get those legs out, really push through the heels and then lift and lower, or lift and lower one leg at a time. So you don't have to do it the hard way. You can do it an easier way by just having both legs down and then lift and lower. Again, you can have your hands up over your head if you can do it. Making yourself stabilize everywhere. Awesome. There's 5 seconds to go, and then it's a last plank. 3, 2. All right. So for our last plank, if your wrists are starting to bug you from all of the tall planks that we're doing, you can absolutely do a low plank. Makes it harder to do that tap, but you can still do it. Let's get started. Bands on. Let's go. 30 seconds. All right. Tap. Come on back. Tap. Come on back. Good. All right. Just like that, you're halfway through. No problem. Good. All right. Where's everyone's hips? Think about it. I forgot to give the cue in the beginning, so now you just have 7 seconds to think about the tightest, perfectly still hips. 3, 2, good work. All right, we don't have to do that again. But we do have one more set. So share your 4th of July plans, especially if you have any secret restaurants, recipes, slushies, I don't even know, something really fun, or videos we should watch. But everyone needs videos, right? 10-minute, 20-minute videos for when we're foam rolling after whatever we did to rip our legs off. All right, last set. We are going to do squat jumps and mountain climbers. For those of you who were with me last week, it's the exact same finishing set. We're doing the mountain climbers because we did them in the beginning for the drills with the band on, right? We did them nice and slow. So when we had the band on, we were going really slow and a hold. This time without the band, we should feel free as a bird. All right, so we're going to do 8 squat jumps. Then I'll make sure everyone has time to get to the ground, and we'll do just 15 seconds of mountain climbers so you can go nice and quick and keep really good form. Then we'll take a pause and we're going to go through that 3 times. So everyone's got their shoulders back. A squat jump starts low and ends low. And for those of you who have weight, you can have it right here and make it a little bit harder. All right, so we're going to count to 8. I'll count it out. So if you get in a couple more than me, that's okay. If you get in less, you can just quick catch up or do less. Here we go. Start low. There's 1, 2, 3. Yes, big jumps. 4, all the way off the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, off the screen, and 8. All right. Now giving everyone a chance to get down into that plank position. You can even do a low plank for the mountain climbers. You can just come out and around. You want to do that? All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Go for it. And I'm showing you how to do it in the low plank if you want. Otherwise, high plank, mountain climbers to 3, 2, done. These are going to go quick. Last time we did it 4 times through. I think we should do it 4 times through, shouldn't we? Yeah, I see so many people shaking their head. No one is actually shaking their head, but in my mind, everyone's like, let's do that. So 3 more times through. Everybody ready? Let's come down. Starting these squat jumps. 1, off the screen, everybody. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Get down for those mountain climbers. All right. And we're going to start in 3, 2, you're on. All right. This one is unique to one person on this call, I think. Going for a trail run in Duluth and then jumping in Lake Superior. Yes. Corey, that sounds good. Although I imagine Lake Superior is kind of chilly right now. All right. 3, 2, done. Okay. Just 2 more times. Not that the water here is so warm, but if you know how warm the water is, you got to type it in for us. All right, here we go. 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good power. 7 and 8. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I did not say what the modification was if you're not jumping. It was just doing the squats. Thank you for just modifying on your own, for me forgetting. All right, down into the mountain climbers. If the mountain climbers are getting hard, I want you to just hold the plank for 15 seconds. So we're gonna get started in 3, get your good position on, 2, 1, go for it. Good position, mountain climbers at a pace that you can hold. It doesn't have to be super fast. Again, if you wanna just hold a plank, there's no just about it, that's great. Hold that good plank. Really squeeze your glutes if you're holding the plank. Otherwise, keep your hands and shoulders in alignment. Done. Okay, just like that, 1 more to go. 1 more time. All right. This time, when we finish with those mountain climbers, we'll roll onto our backs, sit up, and then we'll cool down from the ground. So we can look forward to that. But let's get started here. Starting low. Everybody ready? Getting for the squat jumps last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Nicely done. Last time, just 15 seconds. Getting into position. We're going to start in 8 seconds. So you've got a little bit of time. Finish up with a plank or the mountain climbers. Either way, making sure your shoulders are not behind your hands. All right. And go for it. 15 seconds is it. I am counting. You're already through 5. I mean, that's great. We're past the halfway now. So we're almost there. We just have 3, 2, flop it down. You're done. Yes. Now you can go into that July 4th weekend dreaming about trail running, beer, donkey sitting, all the good things. All right. So go ahead and sit up when you're ready. We did those 90-90 positions for our hips. When you're ready, we don't even have to get into something that difficult. Just some easy windshield wipers. Just moving through the motions, helping cool down. Getting your breath. Making sure you're not sitting like a C, all crumpled up, but you've got your chest coming forward like you're proud of what you just did, right? Feeling good about that. All right. Now go ahead and lie it back and put your feet into a figure, put your one leg into a figure 4, and then go ahead and hug in your knee. So now we've got one leg in that bed position. Our ankle is on our knee, squeezing it in, taking some deep breaths here, and then go ahead and switch sides into that figure 4 from that lying position, and then go ahead and hug in that knee. You can hug deeper as you exhale because there's more space. Also, as you're exhaling, it's sending a signal to your body, everything's fine here. No reason to freak out. We're relaxed. Everything's awesome. Breathing it in. Good. All right. And then go ahead and sit it back up. We are going to take this from seated into this lower frog squat here. And Kevin, are you going to say hi to everybody? No one's going to believe it. It looks like I have an invisible friend. All right. Frog squat. And when you're done, when you feel good, just bringing your butt up, keeping your hands and head down, relaxing in that position, just letting it all hang there. There she is. And when you're feeling good, go a little bit forward onto your toes. Feel that stretch all through the back of your legs. And then roll it up. And you are done. Thank you guys for joining. Jessica, glad you're back. Kara, I'm glad you're here. Marion, we'll have to meet. If you want to say hi, please do. Kevy's not talking right now, but I am. So if you want to say hi, please do. Otherwise, have an awesome week. I will send out a recording for next week since I will